Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn about how to create the solution of pass adjustment. It is from the Introduction to Partnership Firm. Here I am taking question number 43, Anju, Manju and Mamta from the book NCERT. So let's start how to solve this question and how to even read this question. The last line of the question says, make necessary adjustment entry at the beginning of the fourth year. That means after the end of the 3 years, you need to create the adjustment entry for or related to the previous 3 years. One entry will be required to adjust all the balances related to the past 3 years. Now consider the question. Anju, Manju and Mamta are partners whose fixed capital means there is no change in the capital throughout the year until unless there is addition or withdrawal of capital. So fixed capital represents opening capital and closing capital, both are same. So actually the question goes like, we need to calculate interest on capital on the opening capital. Right now they are giving the closing capital. Since it is the fixed capital, so opening and closing capital both remain the same. Let's move next. As per the partnership agreement, there is a provision for allowing interest on capital at the rate 5% per annum. There was a provision to allow interest on capital at the rate 5% per annum, but entries for the same have not been made for the last 3 years. So what is the overall scenario for this question? From the past 3 years, no interest on capital has been allowed to partners. Fine. From the last 3 years, no interest on capital has been allowed to partners at any level. Fine. The 5% interest we need to provide and fixed capital of the partners are there. Now let's go with the profit sharing ratio. The question says that in the year 2016 PSR was 4:3:5. In the year 2017 the PSR was 3:1. In the year 2018 the PSR was 1:1:1. This is the overall understanding of the question, that from the last 3 years interest on capital haven't been provided for. Number 2, the profit which has been distributed in the given ratio was like 4:3:5 was the ratio, 3:1 was the ratio, and 1:1:1 was the ratio in the 3 different years. So let's start how to solve this question. So first of all, we will create the working note calculation of, here it is, calculation of misappropriation of profit. What went wrong and what it should be. We need to calculate क्या गलत हुआ है और क्या होना चाहिए था, ये चीज हमको कैलकुलेट करनी है. So let's start with it. So we will try, we just want to find this particular line suggests us the center point of the page. Fine, you will be having the page of 9.5 inches in your examination, the landscape page. So we need to identify the center, and accordingly center line should not be presented there, it should be in your mind. So we will be having this, then we will write Anju, Manju, Mamta, and there will be a total column. Here it is. Now the particulars column. First of all, I want to identify profit to be given. Fine. You can, instead of writing given word, you can write appropriated, to be appropriated. Fine. So what we need to give? We need to give interest on capital. Up interest on capital represents 5% for how many years? 3 years. So I need to calculate interest on capital at the rate 5% for 3 years. So what is the amount for Anju, Manju and Mamta? Let's see the amount. So 10,000, 8,000 and 6,000 was their fixed capital. Let's see, 10,000, 5% is 500, for 3 years it is 1,500. Then 8,000, 5% is 400, for 3 years it is 1,200. Then 6,000, 5% is 300, for 3 years it is 900. And the total amount comes to be 15, 12, 27 and 9 is 36, 00. So if I feel the question, I can say that 3,600 for the 3 years interest has been misappropriated. That means 1,200 each year, the profit of 1,200 each year has been misappropriated, not given as interest, but actually given as a profit. So part B, we need to find profit actually given. By what name? By what name? It is given as the name of profit. So in 2016, we distributed the profit in what ratio? 4:3:5. This is the ratio which we have used in 2016 to distribute the profit. In 2017, we use the ratio 3:2:1. Fine. In 2018, we use the ratio 1:1:1. 2018, the ratio was 1:1:1. Fine. So the first year's 1200 rupees, second year's 1200, and third year's 1200 has been distributed in 435, 321, 111. So 1200 divided by 435, the base become the total of the amount, total of these 4, 3 and 5 is 12. So base become 12. So 1200 for 12 chocolates, then for 4 chocolates it will be 400. For 3 chocolates with MANJU, it will be 300. And for the 5 chocolates with MAMTA, it will be 500. Fine. 1200 divided by 6. It is 200. 2 3s are 6. 2 2s are 4. And 2 1s are 2. 1200 divided by 3. It is 400, 400 and 400. Now we will do the total of these three amounts which has actually been appropriated. So it is 1400. Here it is 4483 1100. Here it is 5492 1100. Done. Now we need to find misappropriated amount. Misappropriated amount. Let's see what is the amount misappropriated. Misappropriated amount. Here it is 100 rupee, 100 rupee, 200 rupee. Now see what is the difference and how the difference will be treated. Let's consider. ANJU should be given 1500 rupees, but she has given 1400 rupees only. We need to give 100 rupees more to ANJU. That means ANJU's account must be credit. Fine. ANJU's capital account must be credit. Second, in case of MANJU, 1200 rupees we need to give, but we actually have given 1100 only. Again, her account also be credited. The third one, the third thing, it is with MAMTA, 200 rupees, 900 we should give, but we actually have given 1100. That means we need to recover the money from MAMTA. Now for the journal entry, you should go and make the journal entry on the very left side, right side of the page. So here it is, adjustment entry. This will save your page and you will be able to complete your solution within the required and least space, managed space. So here it is, adjustment entry. MAMTA's account will be debit. MAMTA's current account will be debit. Why so? Because fixed capital is available there. MAMTA's current debit to ANJU's current and to MANJU's current. Fine. So the amount is 200 for here, 100 and 100. The narration for this entry being adjustment entry made. Here it is done. This is the way how I will be going to solve this question in my examination. And you should also try the same to solve the question in the examination like this only. Clear? So the entry, MAMTA's capital account debit 200, MAMTA's current account debit 200, ANJU's current 100 and to MANJU's current 100. So this is the entry and this is the way how you should complete this question. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next class with a different question.